Hoi Iedereen, my name is Lotta and welcome to my Nook. As you may know, last month I did not participate in any readathon and let's say I felt a little bit lost. Like there was no purpose in life. So I'm coming back and this month, well next month, we're doing bookoplathon. Yes, that's the one. So, as probably everybody knows, Back and the Books does this readathon. I can't wait to figure out which books I'm going to read next month. So, it is a board game. We have 5 rolls, and if we roll the same number twice, we will add another roll. I did not print the board out because, as I think almost any millennial, I don't have a printer at home. So, we're just doing it digitally, but I do throw the dice in real life. IRL. Okay, so the first roll. So with 8 we land on pattern or text. And I don't have a lot of books with patterns on it. I had a couple, but I didn't know if they counted. So I chose to go with text. And that means you have to read a book where the cover mostly consists of text. And I thought this one was a pretty good choice. Even with the sticker, not sticker on it, makes it even more text. But, I mean, this is primarily text, I would say, at least. Let me tell you a little bit about the book. It's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I don't really know what this book is about. I mean, it is about her, of course, and her husbands. This is my... This is my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book. So I'm really curious to see if I like it. And if I like it, I will definitely buy more of her books. But for now, we're just going to start with this one because I saw a lot of people like this one. Okay, then the second roll. Again 8, and that means we land on favorite trope. And for that, I'm choosing The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This has the fake dating trope in it, which is one of my favorite tropes. I mean, I just really like it. I heard that trope was in this book, and I also have to read this book for the Literature Book Club, so it's perfect. This is my first sport romance, and I'm really curious to see if this is something I like. We're gonna figure it out, because I heard a lot of great things about this book. Hannah Wells has finally found someone who turns her on, but while she might be confident in every other area in her life, she's carrying around a full set of baggage when it comes to sex and seduction. If she wants to get her crush's attention, she will have to step out of her comfort zone and make him take notice, even if that means tutoring the annoying, childish, cocky captain of the hockey team in exchange for a pretend date. So that sounds good. Then the third roll. 7, finally a different number. And with 7 we land on letter. So I'm just gonna do a random generator and we'll pick out the book. So it's C. And with the letter C I have Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, I can't wait. I think this video will go up before that video, but I read The Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass in a 24-hour reading vlog. So if that is up already before this video, I will link it up, and otherwise you will have to wait. I can wait to continue the series. Yeah, I can wait. Then the fourth roll. 8 again, and with that we land on first person, so it has to be a book in first person. And for that I'm choosing People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is my second book by Emily Henry. I read Beach Reads this month. Watch out for the wrap up. This was almost the only book I own that is in first person. I have a couple of books that is multiple POVs, but that was also a prompt that was on the board. So I think that's not an option. Maybe it did, I don't know. Because it was like first person, third person and multiple POVs. So yeah, I'm just choosing this one. This is completely first person, no multiple POVs. So I can't wait to read this one while it's still a little bit summery. Alex and Poppy, they have nothing in common. She's a wild child, he wears khakis. She has insatiable wanderlust, he prefers to stay home with a book. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best of friends. For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City and he's in their small hometown. But every summer, for a decade, they have taken one glorious week of vacation together. Until 2 years ago, when they ruined everything. They haven't spoken since. Ooh. Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck in a rut. When someone asks when she was last truly happy, she knows without a doubt it was on that ill-fated final trip with Alex. And so she decides to convince her best friend to take one more vacation together, lay everything on the table, make it alright. Miraculously, he agrees. Now she has 1 week to fix everything. If only she can get around the one big truth that had always stood quietly in the middle of their seemingly perfect relationship. What could possibly go wrong? Everything! I will tell you that up front, and I'm sure that will happen. Really happy I'm gonna read this one. It will be nice weather next week, I think. Is it? Oh shoot. Is it September next week? I don't know. No! Okay. Then I hope that in September there will be one lovely week where I can go to the beach and read this book or just sit in my garden. I just really want to read this book with summery vibes, so we'll see. Then the fifth and final roll, 8 again. And with that we land on the highest rated book, so I'm just going by my Goodreads. And on my Goodreads, my highest rated book is a book that I cannot read yet because it's further down in a series. So I'm just choosing the first book that is the highest rating. Yeah, you know what I mean. And that is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I just bought this book and I can't believe I haven't read this yet. I'm just gonna save this one, I think, for a rainy day when I want to cry, because Colleen Hoover books always make me cry, or at least get me on the edge. But a young mother fights to earn a place in her child's life, but is there room for her? After serving 5 years in prison for a tragic mistake, Kenna Rowan returns to the town where it all went wrong, hoping to reunite with her 4-year-old daughter, but the bridges Kenna burned are proving impossible to rebuild. Everyone in her daughter's life is determined to shut Kenna out, no matter how hard she works to prove herself. The only person who hasn't closed the door on her completely is Ledger Ward, a local bar owner and one of the few remaining links to Kenna's daughter. But if anyone were to discover how Ledger is slowly becoming an important part in Kenna's life, both would risk losing the trust of everyone important to them. The two form a connection despite the pressure surrounding them, but as their romance grows, so does the risk. Kenna must find a way to absolve the mistakes of her past in order to build a future out of hope and healing. Well, this sounds very emotional, but I can't wait to read it. This was the last book? Yeah. Okay, so there are still 2 books I will be reading or will be hoping to read in the month of September. The first book is New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. That's because of the read-along that's been going on. Yeah, everyone knows what that book is about. And the second book is On These Black Sands, and that's for the Accord of Book Club's book club pick. Yeah, On These Black Sands by Vanessa Rasanen. He doesn't mind killing people, he just prefers to do it on his own terms. But the pirates have no say in who they kill on this island. The council orders, the pirates obey. This arrangement had kept Declan from setting foot on these shores for years, until a bit of luck forces him to return. But it may prove a lucrative stop if the rebels' information is true. Find the dagger, escape this life, but only if this damn stowaway doesn't ruin everything first. This high seas tale of deceit, legends and love delivers a delicious grey hero, a relatable heroine and a found family you'll root for. An enemies to lovers story with a slow burn romance and one bad. That sounds completely up my alley. I do have New Moon and On These Black Sands currently on the way to my house. So I'm gonna read them also in physical form, and that builds up to a TBR of 7 books, which I'm really curious about. It is a delicious mix of fantasy and contemporary, and yeah, also a new kind of book. So I'm really curious to see how I will like it all. So that's my TBR of September. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I'll see you in another one. Doei!